You were telling me that this centre's been going for how long? The Phoenix Centre?
The Phoenix Center, it's one project, because we have a lot of projects with the Popular Committee service. Now we built this project in '97, we started.
Right.
Step by step, because we don't have enough money to start in one time, to fix it in one time.
Sure.
We asked some foundation from independent association, local and international, and some government.
Right.
Like Italian government, Japanese government,
They help.
Germany government.
Yeah.
And at the same time we have different projects and small or big projects with like from Belgium, Quebec. We have foundation for this hostel, for example. Till 2002, when the Israelis they attacked the areas, they attacked also this center and numerous 3 times during 2002, and we rebuilt it. Because that we call
Really? This was knocked down completely?
Yes.
Really?
Now, this center for the camp, of course, Dheishe camp, we don't have place enough for the people to play or like free place for them and to make all the activities here.
Yes.
As you know, and we started now. It's used from all the association and the population in South Palestine. They came from Hebron also to use it. Right. Even for the wedding, for parties, for Nakba Day, for Children's Day.
So this is a cultural centre for...
It's a cultural centre, and we have a lot of activities inside. We have a theatre, we have drawing, we have video project, we have audio project, many things we do.
Right.
And the part of the woman, they caring also for the woman in the centre and in their houses. Sometimes they visit them to ask about, to explain to them how to protect their children, how to care for the family, how to deal with the little food to manage, during the year, because, people, they are very poor, and it's like training, and they teach them how to care for health, because here we have the guest house, as you saw, we can invite 68 persons to live here, and we have gym, a fitness for the woman also. We give training every day. We have a library, public library, for the student, for searching, and it's a big one. It will be the first one in Bethlehem area.
Right.
And
is that going now? It's built already, the library?
Yes, it's done. Colors. Yeah. We buy the software and we start with both the boxes in the computer. Now it will be,
Excellent. And
we have a big hall, big hall used for wedding, party, and we can invite it 1,000 in one time. Make a wedding. We have another hall, small hall, and for 300 persons. We use it for different things, not just for something specific, for drama, for psychodrama, for workshop, for many things. And we have a garden, beautiful one, for the students, and in afternoon for the family they can use it. Like a quiet place, smoke nargila, drinking something, and
Right. So the camp itself has 12,000 people.
12,000 people. They came from 46 villages, original villages in near Jerusalem.
Right. And it's been going for since 1948.
48, yes. From 48 till now, 60 years, and the people they always speaking about the original village, about the story for the other generation, and they keep the hope. And the majority of them, they still have a key. It's like, the key. It's like example for remember for the other generation. Now, in our center also, we have this project to explain to the other generation how to keep the hope, how to continue their education, how to be careful, how to be open their mind in the world, that not we are suffering alone in Palestine. There are many people suffering in the world. How to keep the links with them, how to exchange the idea, the experience. And we invited several times. We have a twinning with some association in France. They invite us several times, and they came here also to make, like you saw, different activities during the year.
And in the camp there are any mosques, any Muslim
yeah, of course, they are
centers?
Muslims all. They are Muslims all in the camp. We have some Christians just around the camp, not inside, I mean. We have 3 mosques for the people. Of course, it's a religion, and people, they go to pray sometime, and that's all. We don't have a church inside the camp, but we have a big links between our center and the camp with some association, Christian association in Bethlehem, and the church. We have big links, and most of the time we deal together about something. We have good relations with them.
Do you take part in any dialogues to peace in the camp? Interreligious dialogues? Do you know if the Muslim community talks to the Christians, talks to any Jewish thinkers? Or have you ever had any visits from Jewish people from Israel?
No, no. For Jewish, it's different. You know, Jewish, they change many things. But for the Christian, we are in the same line, in the same way. We are rich together. We're suffering together. We don't have work the same. We are in unemployment. We face a lot of problem with the occupation every day. The checkpoint, many things.
Yeah.
We are in the same level. We don't have any conflict.
So the Christian-Muslim dialogue.
Yes, but for the
same
Jewish, it's now forbidden. It was before, 48. My mother, she was working with the field, in the field with the Jewish family, and they were working together. We don't have any conflict. But after, friends, and my mother, she used some words in Hebrew language, and the same. The Jewish, they use some words in Arabic because they are live together and caring for the field together now.
Yeah.
After that, when Hagar Nashter, Palmach, and the Zionism movement, they start working and attack the areas of Palestinian, of course. From 48 till now, after that, maybe in like 61, 62, there are some people, they have some links with some Jewish, but now, no, it's forbidden because now we contacted the soldiers each night. They came to the camp to attack the camp, just to move with the jeeps and the people
in the camp or around it?
Inside the camp and in the main street. Every day they came and they arrest people. Still last night, all the foreign people, they hear the voice and they're looking through the window. They saw a lot of lights and shouting, and they asked me in the morning, what's up? I said, no, the Israeli jeep just arrived, and the people, they go to attack them or to throw stones and etc.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's conflict every day, really?
It's conflict each moment, not every day. Each moment we have a conflict. Now you can hear now when some problem in Bethlehem, some problem in Bet Jala, in Bethlehem, I mean, and the other areas. All the time, the Israeli soldiers, they came just to move, to explain that we have a power. We know you have a power, you have a weapon, you have support, but we are rich more than you because you have big mind. We can understand about the conflict. Now this is the reality.
Right.
And we are free inside. You are not free. You are rich your mind. And you became like a soldier, hate the people, any human. But we have a human. We can give you, explain to you about the humanity. This is human power and this is strong power and military power.
Yeah.
Now it's different. But we are the same. We are more strong than them.
Yeah.
This is what I say.
This is interesting. Have you ever tried to invite an Israeli soldier up here for coffee and talk to them?
No.
Like human beings?
No, of
like
course
friends?
no. Of course no.
I have would they not come?
Special experience. No.
They wouldn't come.
They came just to attack. They don't come like visitor, like friend, like no. They came with the guns.
Right.
And how you can ask them to drink coffee?
You could try. I don't know. I mean
sometimes in Ramadan, the people, they are fasting, the Muslims, and they put different kind of food. They like it so much in Ramadan. It's like our traditional. And they came before, said Allahu Akbar. The people, they want to start to eat at 5 o'clock. They came, attacked some houses, and mixed everything together, and they said bye-bye. That's now this is how you can feel.
Cruel.
Now, in the same time, when I explained to you about my experience, I couldn't have or look for one Israeli friend of mine because I have bad memory in my mind. I born here inside the camp in 61.
You were born here?
Yes, I'm 47 years old now. In all my life, when I was a child till now, I have bad experience every day about the Israel. About the Israel, what they're doing, about the occupation now. I couldn't in one time, I accept them. We tried to accept them several times, but they didn't accept anyone. They just occupied the land and make a square around a wall or fence with electric, and that's all. They didn't accept the others, but all the time we accepted.
Yeah. How far are you from the wall here?
From the wall, it's 5 minutes, just
Yeah.
far from the wall. You can see all the settlements or the colony from the floor there.
What do you think will happen in the future? Do you think a two-state, if Palestine has its separate state, do you think this will improve relations? The soldiers would no longer patrol. You'd have your own autonomy and sovereignty as a nation. Is this going to happen soon?
No, never. No, never. I didn't believe never, and it's impossible to build two-state solution in Palestine because after the war, everything is completely destroyed now. If you want to establish new states in Palestinian territories, I don't know. We don't have even just our building. We couldn't give the peace if we don't have it. We don't have the peace. How we can give it to the Israelian? And in Palestinian state, where is the Palestinian state? In Dheishe camp, we can build the state in Dheishe camp with half kilometre square with 12,000 people. We don't have even the land. You can look for that. Now from the window you can see the big colony, just they occupied all the free land, I mean the field.
Yeah.
They occupied all the mountain and we are stuck in the building, and in the media they explaining that the Palestinians, they don't want peace. How? Now, what I look for that, one state solution for all, the religion, the color, the culture, all together in one state solution. I don't never believe that we can build two-state solution in Palestine.
Right.
And what they make, Mahmoud Abbas and the Israelis, it's propaganda. It's for power, just for power. I didn't believe them because they signing agreement after agreement after agreement. The result was a lot of colony in Palestinian territories, and they occupied all our land, and they keep it empty. My village is empty in Jerusalem called Daraban. They keep it empty. Why? Because they are colonialism. They occupied this one, and they start looking for the others. They start, after 67, occupied more land and built new colony and invited the people, Jewish, it's not Jewish, of course, there are some Ethiopian people and Flasha, they came and they are Muslims and Christian. They tell us they want just to follow the settlements and the colony to keep out more land, and they keep our land.
Right.
In Palestine, empty. I visited there more 100 times. I make summer camp with the old people and other generation. I know it's empty. I know. I see my house. I make
You've been back to the village?
Huh?
You've been back to your village?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you get to go back? It's a summer camp.
For summer camp, we go illegal and we arrest all, you know.
Oh, you were arrested?
We was 150 persons. They arrest all, the old people and young people.
And you were put in prison? Or?
Yeah. I spent close with 10 years in Israeli jail.
10 years?
Yeah.
In Israeli jail?
I never have a gun. I never killed anyone.
No.
They judge my mind and my thing and my open,
Yeah. And so, how many other camps are there, like Dheishe camp?
In Bethlehem?
Yeah.
In Bethlehem area, there are 3 camps, Owdah, Bet Jibril and Dheishe. The biggest one is Dheishe.
Right.
12,000, Owdah, they are 4,050.
Right.
And Gaza camp, or Bet Jibril camp, 2,050
Right.
person.
And altogether in the West Bank, how many refugee camps are there?
I don't know exactly, but I can explain that the Palestinian population everywhere in the world, there are 10 million. 7 million of them, they are refugees.
Right.
7 million refugees. Yeah, you can find 3 refugees in the world, 1 Palestinian,
Right.
between all the refugees in the world.
Right. And what do you think the long-term solution is for peace between Israel and Palestine? A one-state solution.
Yes.
Freedom of movement everywhere.
Yes.
For all Palestinians and all Israelis.
Now this is what we work for, to build a new power.
Yeah.
I mean international power. It's global. It's
Yeah.
global for everybody in the world suffering. Because the government, they have a power, and we have to establish a new power to change the idea of the people, even in Europe. The people, they thought, some of them, that Palestinians are terrorists, are kill the people, they like the blood, and etc. Now when they came here, everything is changed. They make a campaign also, big campaign in Europe and in the United States also.
Yeah.
They make a big campaign to change this and to against the government. Now, the good thing is that in our society we are a community.
Yeah.
We are a big community and support each other. In Israel, there are a lot of conflict between the Arabs, Jewish Arab, and the American and the Russian. They have a lot of conflicts even with Africa. People, they came, for the Jewish from Russia, they feel ashamed because they are Jewish, like those people with the black, with, I don't know. It's an apartheid state. It's apartheid state, and I saw that not far future they destroyed from inside, and with our campaign we can also do the same. Even United States, the chief of this power, they destroyed it from inside. Their economy is destroyed. There are few. It's capitalism war. You can see like few people, they control everything and don't care about the others. They're fighting the others and they beat the other and they disappear the other. Now, this is what we look for. Okay, we stay like 60 years. We're looking for more 60 years. We can, and our children can, because this is the lesson from my mother and my parents. this is the hope. We have it.
So true peace in the long term would involve economic equality, social justice, no racism, freedom of movement,
Yes.
human rights for everybody regardless of their place of birth.
Yes.
All these problems. I mean, do you have? It's an educational project, isn't it?
Yes.
To transform the consciousness of people.
Yes.
Do you have schools in the camp? Do you have a college?
Yes, we have schools in the camp, but it's UNRWA school. It's for just for
Basics.
Yes, basics.
Right.
Now, but in our society here, in our organization, we try. In the front of it's near, in the same time near the school, the people they have to educate enough to continue their life, because this is our choice and our freedom through the educate. We have to educate more. But in the same hand that we have to work with them how to be comfortable, how to feel good, not very sad all the time crying.
Yeah.
You can cry all your life in your room. You don't change nothing. Now we teach them all the time how to be more strong, how to be energy, how to open the mind, how to look for, how to accept the others even. Now this is the freedom we have to build, and we try, we do also, to build the freedom inside the people, in the blood, I'm free. Even when I'm very poor, stuck in the bad building, in bad condition, you have to feel free to continue your life. Now this is what we teach the people.
Yeah, that's important. I'm here to launch a Truth and Reconciliation Commission for the Middle East. Those two words are quite important, truth. Each community has its truth. It's a history of its own suffering.
Yes.
I mean, the tragedy of the Jews is they suffered a lot too in their history in Europe with the Holocaust and so on. And then the Palestinians have their own history.
Yes.
Are there any attempts by Palestinian and Jewish historians and so on to come together to discuss? Have you ever met any Israeli historians who've written up the history of this camp?
Now it's something like, you teach me something, how to use the weapon. You teach me how to use the weapon.
Yeah.
And when I learn very well, I shoot you. It's what happened with the Jewish. We didn't have any conflict between 48 with the Jewish.
Yeah.
It was between the European, Hitler, for example, Germany,
Sure.
with the Jewish in the world.
Yeah.
And they make also the Jewish. They make a lot of problem in Europe everywhere, and they start against from the society. And after what happened with the Holocaust with the Jewish, now they start giving gifts, like all the government give a gifts for them to kill the Palestinians and to build states for Jewish in Palestine.
Yeah. To satisfy
I don't know
the guilt.
where's the problem with the Palestinian. We didn't kill anyone. We didn't against the Jewish. We didn't against the Zionists. We don't know him even. Why they came and they have to build a state. I don't know everywhere. In Germany, why they didn't build in Germany? Why they choose Palestine? This is why. Because the Palestine, the geography, it's in the heart of the war, and it's a good strategy. It's big. It's
Strategic.
strategy place like that.
Yeah.
You can pass to Europe, the Middle East, everywhere,
Africa.
and Africa, and it's easy. Now for the capitalism, I know that it was a story between Theodor Herzl and the others. They negotiate about that, where it will be. They're looking for Uganda, and after that they change. And they came to Palestine because, and it was a big conflict between the leaders. They said, okay, but we go this place, there are people living there. They said, no, without people. No, with people, without people, they start against each other. Theodor Herzl, they said, okay, we can establish our state, but in the same time we can manage after with the population living there. And it was,
It's a catastrophe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, before that, it's not our problem. During that, when they didn't attack Palestine, occupy Palestine, maybe we can support them because they are suffering from the German government.
Yeah.
But when they came here, no. Of course no, because they're against us.
They were a traumatized people. This is the thing.
Yes,
In fear themselves. So they built a state which is defended with walls. Because of their own
in
fear.
our bodies, on our bodies, on our houses, in our culture, in our traditional, and they killed many people. There are a lot of massacre. They make a Holocaust, and they make for us Holocaust, a new Holocaust, and. What we can do, we couldn't now accept the Zionism, of course. The Zionism like ideology, even that we couldn't accept. And everywhere in Europe I hear that nobody they accept the Zionism or the Nazist also. It's, or the fascist. You are suffering in Belgium about that. Even in all the countries there was fighter against I couldn't throw flowers for the Jews. They came each night here. How I can accept and invite him to my house? No, they are, enemy. They are our enemy.
Yes, and Zionism was a 19th century idea, a romantic nationalist idea, which everybody had. The Poles had, even the Welsh. I live in Wales, in the United Kingdom. Each little country wanted its own country. Nationalism was a romantic idea, and the Jews wanted a homeland. I mean, maybe under the Ottomans.
They have a story, and we have a story too.
That's right. And now Palestine.
And as I said, my friend, they said, okay, we heard that they promised them for this land to build it.
Yeah.
And our God also, they called me. And he told me that this is your land. You have to protect your land and to try to free this land.
Okay. Are you yourself a Muslim or
no, I'm
Christian?
Marxist. I'm Marxist.
You follow the Marxist tradition. But you were raised in the Muslim tradition?
I'm originally Muslims, my parents.
Yeah. And have you studied Marx's writings? And
yes, in the jail.
In jail?
In Israeli jail.
Right. And you were allowed access
I teach the Marxist, I teach the Hebrew language, I teach the English language, everything in jail.
You speak very well,
Because they try to make like cemetery for the people in jails, but we change it inside because we believe that this is our schools, political schools, and we change it like university.
Yeah.
Now they feel angry because we are fighting and we win in the end. People they released from the jail after 4 years, they became like professors with philosophy.
Sure. So knowledge is very important in the combat of cultures. The one with the greatest knowledge wins.
Yeah.
But Marxism claims to be scientific. Marx, again, a 19th century thinker, felt that science was the solution to human progress and development. And, the Jewish state is highly scientific in its technology and its control of resources and knowledge. Many advanced universities, researchers and so on.
Yes.
Do you think the solution for Palestine is to achieve a similar level of intellectual sophistication, of research and so on? Is that happening?
No, it's not. No, we didn't do the same. We didn't repeat the same,
Yeah.
We have our experience and we can manage. Like George Habash, he said one time, if you feel you are Marxist, exactly, you have to put the coffee in our society. We have different way. We didn't repeat what is done in the war. Maybe we are Marxist, but okay, we believe some more, and we can't exactly put it like projects of Russia here in Palestine.
No.
We have many things to deal. Now in our society we are accepted from the Muslims, even because we are free, we can give the people, we support the people, and the people they can accept us and deal with us, and they promise that we believe your program and we can work in together.
Yeah. So the Muslims and the Marxists work together.
Yes, because we have our goal together.
Right.
We have to be.
What's the end?
For our goal.
The end vision of all religions, surely, is peace.
Yes.
Yes. And brotherhood, sisterhood, and community.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a historian of political ideas, among other things. I've written papers on the history of Marxism as a philosopher. And I know enough to realise that Marx dreamed of the withering away of the state, a kind of communist utopia, people living in peace and brotherhood.
Yes.
I mean, where I differ from the Marxist, applied Marxism, i.e. Leninism, Stalinism, was the role of the party. Seizing power, using violence, silencing dissidents, the Gulag, etc. I mean, I agree with the long-term goal of Marxism, which is shared by all the great religions and so on. It's a difference of strategy, isn't it?
Yes.
But the long-term solution, you think a one-party state, a one-state solution in the whole of Palestine and Israel.
Yes.
How realistic do you think that is in terms of Israel's current makeup. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, is it? Don't you think a two-state solution in the short term?
It's impossible. It's impossible.
You don't think that would work?
It's impossible. There are some people, they are professors for that. They came from outside and they make a searching in Palestinian territories and in all the land, in Palestinian land. The result was it's impossible to build two-state solution in Palestinian land. It's a small land.
Yeah. And also they're separated, Gaza and
they're separated. Now we have three state solutions now. You know, West Bank and Gaza Strip and what's called Israel. You know, they don't know. Now, I think that they start looking. They didn't even the Israelis. They didn't two-state solution. They know after the war they broke this idea. Yeah, they demolished because we don't have lands to build not a state.
Yeah.
I mean, big city. We are like all Palestine. It's like part of European country. It's, you know, part of France, part of Belgium. It's small. It's too small. And in the same time that they try to now they make negotiation with the Egyptian, with Hosni Mubarak, how to control, like before '67, how to control Gaza Strip, and it's been in Jordan also to the same, to control West Bank. Now, this is a negotiation now, and for Israel, they build the wall, and they are afraid. They build the wall, high wall, and they ask the people to come to stay quiet and in good condition, but they are all afraid. Why? I don't know, because they are, unhuman. They didn't accept the other because they're afraid for the other.
Well, we've agreed that Israel was based on fear, on the trauma of their own persecution, their own story.
Yes.
And the same with now the Palestinian people are traumatized. Do you have in the camp, you talked about depression, despair. Do you have people with mental health problems in the camp? More than
health problem?
No, sort of psychological depression.
Yeah, of course, we work with them. This is our project also. We have I'm a social worker, and we're working with psychologists, volunteers from the camp. We know some cases, and we go to work with them all the time. We work with their parents, we work with the children, specifically. And we make also many activities to help them, like psychodrama sometimes, many things through drawing, sometimes for music, many things. Yeah, of course, we have a lot of cases in the camp.
Right.
Exactly during 2002 when they attacked the camp with a lot of sound bombs and the Israeli military with the weapons, they attacked the houses.
They attacked in the camp itself?
Inside the houses, they demolished a lot of houses during that. If you are children of martyrs, for example, they saw the martyrs fall down and with the blood. Of course, we have a lot of psychology problems.
So trauma.
But we are not became crazy, like what they explain all the time. Palestinians, they became crazy. No, we are open the mind, we understand our conflict, and we're fighting till now, and we're looking for that. If you ask little boy from where you are, he explained to you that I'm from Diraban or Ras Abu Ammar or Artuf. He speaks about original village. Yeah, we are in the station now. I stay in the station. Yes, maybe you thought that it's from now 60 years. Yeah, it's a station. It's nothing in all the story.
It's not home.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So it would. I know some Israeli psychologists and psychologists who specialize in trauma, conflict resolution, this kind of thing. Doctors who work on the healing of trauma. I'm surprised that maybe not more of them have come and worked with Palestinian psychologists. Have you ever made contact or tried to make contact at a professional level?
Maybe you find for you, not you. Those professors, they just searching for job for them to force us to become crazy and to work. They need salaries for that. No. We have enough psychologists people, and we can deal with our problem. They can work with their society because their society, they are crazy. They have to work with them. And they became crazy, not us.
Well, in any situation of oppression, there's trauma for the oppressor as well, obviously. And it's a mutual dynamic that leads to suffering on both sides.
Yes.
Nobody is free. You said earlier that you feel...
But we are free.
That's right. You said in your mind you're free.
Even when I stuck in this box, I feel free. If they can travel everywhere, they never feel free, and they have bad dream all the time. I have wonderful dream all the time, looking for the future. They didn't go, just 1 meter.
Sure.
Because the freedom, it's like that.
It's a spiritual thing, ultimately. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.